underserved by broadband capabilities. And there are substantial energy grants which are available to the state of Alabama. I think about $45 million that will be awarded on a competitive basis. This is for renewable and alternative energy sources. And there's a lot of research that is already taking place in the state of Alabama. I don't know of any really within Jefferson County, but perhaps we can get some of that as well. But nevertheless, the companies I know in Baldwin County, there's another one in Sumter County, have made enormous strides with respect to the use of wood and other biomass that can be transferred into usable gasoline and that kind of energy. Hopefully the state of Alabama will be able to take advantage of that money as well. So there's a lot there for us to be pleased about. There's a lot there that we will get automatically. There's more to be achieved through competitive grants. And altogether, Dr. Eddie, I hope the half of loaf that we're talking about will begin to create and maintain the kind of jobs that will get us out of this recession. I can't imagine us wisely using twice this amount of money in a 2-year period. When I say that, I have every confidence that this program will be administered both on the federal level and in the state of Alabama in a very competent and fair and accountable way. But we do have a whole lot of money that is flowing into the state, and hopefully it will improve the quality of life of all of us. I think we probably will have opportunity for questions later. Yes. Thank you, Charles.
All right, thank you. All right. We have roughly 30 minutes to get Mr. Benefield's short presentation in, and then we'll take questions. And I've been instructed that we must get the panel on a van to lunch no later than 11:50. So those are the instructions I was given. I'm good at following instructions. Also, wanted to mention that this presentation will be on our website. You just give us probably a couple of days, it'll be on there, and we'll send links to everyone so they can, so anyone that missed it, they can see it for the first time. Anyone that missed something, they can go back and take notes of the things they missed. Now we have Mr. Andrew Benefield with the DECA, and he's going to talk with us about a little bit more about their process.
Thank you, Charles. Thank you, Dr. Addy and Justice Neighbors. Again, I'm Andy Benefield with Alabama Department of Economic Community Affairs, and I hope everyone's well this morning, and thank you for coming out. Just to reiterate, it's what Justice Neighbors mentioned. What we know so far, we don't anticipate any major changes to our programs, though we will have additional funding for these programs. And I'll give you just a brief overview of just some of our different programs. With the DECA, we are a unique agency. We deal in a number of different programs that may not fall into regular larger agencies such as a DOT or a Medicaid. But again, we have a number of programs that affect communities here and throughout the state. Within the Director's Office alone, funding for Appalachian Regional Commission funds are available. Also Community Services Block Grant, Community and Economic Development Programs, which also includes Neighborhood Stabilization and CDBG. Recreational programs, which includes recreational trails, land and water conservation. We also have additional resources for economic assistance, which includes funding for Delta Regional Authority, Enterprise Zones, Office of Minority Enterprise, and Renewal Communities. in addition to the director's office, we have 7 other divisions, which include communications and information, law enforcement and traffic safety, Office of Water Resources, Office of Workforce Development, which is actually a joint venture between the DECA, also the Governor's Office, and Department of Post-Secondary Education. We got the Energy Division, which Justice Neighbors alluded to, home weatherization, alternative energy programs are offered through that program. They do a lot of great things already. Of course, surplus property for any communities needing police car, computers, surplus property, have a warehouse full of stuff. And then also our financial services division, which of course ensures accountability of the programs we administer. And I guess just to sum everything up, again, we work with state agencies, but also local governments, individuals, universities, businesses, and nonprofits. So we pretty much touch on every corner of the state, lots of different things. I wrap up here quickly, but you can go to our website. It's a very good website. It has a lot of the forms and descriptions of the programs that I discussed. It's www.adeca, .alabama, which is spelled out, .gov. And you can also call the director's office, 334-242-5100, and they can get you in touch with the different division and program directors. So that's really all I have. And again, thank you for Charles for putting this together, and thank you for being here. Look forward to answering your questions here after a while.
All right, we're going to try to squeeze in as many questions as we can, and we have exactly 23 minutes to get our questions in. So what I'm going to do is ask you if you raise your hand, and if you'll stand and ask your question. If you have one for the general panel, one individual, just go ahead and just spit your question out. I'll start with Mr. We don't have another mic, do we? Okay, all right. So you just have to project, Mr. Calvert.
Thank you. Michael Calvert, Operation New Birmingham. Question for Andy. The community development funds and some of the other funds, is it the same eligibility limitations? In other words, if it's a block grant, a community development block grant kind of thing, does it follow the same community development eligibility guidelines, particularly in terms of areas?
I believe so. Like I said, just in general, I understand the programs and eligibility and the review processes involved will remain the same. So I'll let you know if I learn differently with that.
I think that is basically correct. With respect to weatherization, I think that entitlement to those programs has been increased from 150 to 200% of the poverty guideline.
Thank you.
All right, next question.
Mr. Benefield, Reggie Holloway, Sheriff County. Mr. Benefield, as far as the community development block grants are concerned, will you allow additional block grants from a community to be forwarded to ADECA, or are we just limited to one or a number? Can you answer that for me?
I'm not sure the details on that. I wouldn't think there would.
Those monies will flow through ADECA in precisely the same manner that they do now. If you have more than one grant to write to ADECA, do it.
Okay.
And it will be considered in light of the priorities and policies that ADECA currently has.
That's what we want to know. Thank you. They're on the way.
Okay. Council Abbott, and then we'll get Renee.
Thank you. I'm Valerie Abbott from the city of Birmingham. And my question is also for Mr. Benefield. You seem to be very popular today. And the question, it may be answered on your website, and I haven't been there. But can anyone apply for these grants, or does it need to be an official government entity, like I'm a city